Hi, welcome to my channel, Lux to O, and today I wanted to share with you some Roja fragrances that I've been trying recently. The House of Roja is not one that I've really wanted to get involved with because they're quite expensive. However, I must say I did find these on sale, so they were a much better price than if you look at a department store or if you choose to go to the Roja website, which I think it's a really good website. He also has it where you can choose a discovery set and go ahead and pick 4 scents that you would like to experience. It comes quickly, very nicely packaged, and I think the quality of Roja speaks for itself. The first fragrance is one that I've really been eyeing for a while. And don't you just adore those beautiful bottles? I do. And I want you to have a close-up of it. And this is Roja's Femme Elixir. Describing this scent for a video is always a bit of a creative challenge, but I'm going to do my absolute best to transfer you into the world of this magnificent fragrance, allowing you to feel and experience the luxury aura that Elixir has for us. In the top notes we have peach, neroli, and bergamot. Heart notes are rose, heliotrope, ylang ylang, jasmine, and geranium. In the base notes we have orris root, vanilla, musk, ambergris, sandalwood, and patchouli. And that's a whole lot of notes in a fragrance. But I have found with Roja, you usually end up with a lot of notes in their fragrance, but they're so masterfully blended, it's hard to pick out a particular note. The initial impression from Elixir is that you're given a burst of femininity. And from the very first spray, Elixir presents itself as a bright, almost sparkling, I say she does sparkle, in the opening. Imagine a cascade of the most juicy berries on a vine. This can be raspberry or blackcurrant that mingles with a little bit of citrus, kind of like a delicate bergamot. This is not overly sweet or childish. I would consider this to be a vibrant joy. It reminds me of like a sun-drenched garden with a summer breeze carrying the scent of ripe fruit right to you. The heart, you have that grand bouquet of timeless florals. As the initial sparkle settles, the true heart of Elixir unfolds, and this is where its undeniable sophistication clearly shines through. She has a bouquet of classic, rich florals. We have a rose. That's a prominent player in here, but very pleasant. And let me show you the atomizer while I'm at it. Do you see that I hope you can. The delightful light mist. This is gorgeous, and it certainly is that initial blast of femininity that's quite pleasant. And the rose, while it is present, it's gorgeous, and it's a full-bodied rose. It is not dewy, and it's not a shy rose. It's a confident, velvety bloom type of rose that exudes a deep and romantic richness. The jasmine is intertwined with the rose in this incredibly elegant jasmine flower. It kind of contributes to that intoxicating sweetness without ever becoming indolic or overwhelming. The ylang ylang present is exotic, kind of a creamy warmth with a slight tropical softness. You also have violet and heliotrope, and there is a slight powdery whisper in the background that is likely from the violet or the heliotrope or both, which gives the florals an almost ethereal and comforting softness, like the finest cosmetic powder. White and soft pink florals are well blended, without one being the star, but rather all of them contribute to classic femininity. And in the base you have a soft, seductive embrace. As Elixir dries down, It settles into a very smooth, comforting, and deeply sensual base. You also have that creamy sandalwood, and you get a beautiful sandalwood that is very soft and caressing, providing a very warm and woody backbone to the fragrance. You also have a rich vanilla. It's a very sophisticated, non-gourmand type of vanilla that just simply wraps everything in a gentle, almost custard-like sweetness. You also have soft musk and amber. And there's a clean, luxurious musk in here that just enhances the longevity and the smoothness of the scent, alongside a warm bit of amber to give it a long-lasting trail. Overall, I would say Roja's Parfum, Femme, Elixir smells like pure luxury and confidence. It's a scent that envelops you in a beautiful aura. It's elegant, radiant, and long-lasting. It doesn't shout, it radiates. It's the kind of fragrance you wear when you want to feel utterly beautiful, polished, and captivating. It's perfect for a special occasion, an evening out, or simply when you want to treat yourself to something truly magnificent. The next fragrance on this list is Roja's Enigma, and it is the Parfum version. They often will have a Parfum version for the men. And once again, you get that gorgeous sparkly cap. I believe that's Swarovski crystals, and to me the bottles just look elegant. This is a scent that exudes pure sophistication and refined femininity. Enigma Parfum is a masterclass in powdery florals. It opens bright with a sparkling citrus, and the citruses are like a bergamot, and then you get into the heart of a plush but delicate rose. You also have creamy jasmine and soft heliotrope. This creates a luxurious, almost, I hate to use this term, but makeup bag refined type of powderiness, but it is soft and ethereal, so I hope I didn't put you off by using that term makeup bag. It is very elegant. It is like fine milled powder you would use on your face. As it evolves, a touch of peach or neroli can add a slight bit of a fruity nuance while keeping it fresh and airy at the same time. And then you have base notes that arrive that grounds the floral with a subtle warmth. You'll find delicate sandalwood, hints of vanilla, and a clean, soft musk, which is what we can find in all of Roja's perfumes, at least the ones I've tried. And it really adds to the lasting power and does create an aura of timeless elegance. It's incredibly smooth, comforting, and undeniably chic. I would give 3 words for this one: timeless, ethereal, and feminine. In Enigma Aoud, you have something that's a little bit more exotic, the Aoud factor. The most obvious difference, as the name suggests, is the introduction of oud. If you are expecting a raw, animalic oud, it is not that. Roja's Aoud in here is incredibly refined and very well integrated into the other notes. It adds a depth and warmth and has that exotic background without being too oudy. It's sophistication with the depth. It's more about texture in the Enigma Aoud, I feel like, and it does bring that depth to the forefront. Enigma Aoud has that Enigma DNA, and it does kind of transport you to an Arabian-inspired landscape, while Enigma is a little bit different. It's a little bit more powdery girl. Enigma Aoud leans a little bit more fruity floral with a very subtle woody amber profile, which is probably, if I had to choose which is my favorite, Enigma, I would choose Enigma Aoud, because you do get a very juicy, pronounced peach note at the top, and it mingles with that bright bergamot with a green touch of geranium. The fruit in here is very bright and is more forward than the original Enigma. In the heart of Enigma Aoud, we have flowers that are still present, especially the rose and geranium, which can be a little spicy. And these notes feel like a richer, more deeply saturated type of fragrance. If you were talking about coloring, you would say it's more saturated in a gold color. And it's less powdery than Enigma. The added depth comes from that refined Aoud, is what they call it from Roja. The base is the dry down, where the true fusion happens. You have a warmth of sandalwood and vanilla, and they are both still present. But they are beautifully intertwined with some sophisticated Aoud, and also accompanied with a patchouli and other resins. It becomes very warm and deep, where Enigma is more of sophisticated, and you could even call it a bit mysterious. Enigma Aoud is more adventurous, more outgoing, and takes you on the journey of the scent. Overall, it does take the underlying elegance of the original Enigma and infuses it with richer, warmer, more exotic feel to it. And the peach is very prominent. The florals also feel a bit deeper, and the Aoud, I think, contributes to all of that, along with that woody amber quality. Absolutely a gorgeous fragrance, and it really depends on which one you choose. The Aoud, present, obvious. The Enigma Aoud has the refined Aoud note, which Enigma original does not. The fruity aspect of Enigma Aoud often emphasizes a prominent, juicy peach. If you don't like peach, you may still enjoy this one. It does have a gentleness in it where you can't really say it's a standout peach-centered fragrance. You definitely get the peach, but it's quite beautiful. It's like urban sophistication and classic elegance. Enigma Oud introduces an exotic feel, and I think that that is what makes this very different. Both of them are beguiling. I, however, am more drawn to this one. I have to mention, I also have one more Roja, which is Isole, and I have a dedicated review on that one, and I'll just quickly mention it, that it is just sunshine in a bottle, and it is a tropical fragrance, and I want to always have it in my collection. The Isole Blue from last year is very masculine to me, and I did not enjoy that. This year, the Isole is very nice. They also have a Roja Isole Vert, and I tell you, that is a real winner for me with that fresh green note without being too green. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, let me get back on topic and share with you Gardenia. And the fragrance was launched in 2012 with top notes of bergamot, heart notes of jasmine, orange blossom, violet, mimosa, heliotrope, rose, and peach. In the base, you have that blend of elemi, musk, sandalwood, striax, cloves, and cedar. Roja Dove's Gardenia is a particularly interesting fragrance because real gardenia is difficult to extract oils from for perfumery. So to capture the true scent of the gardenia flower is a great challenge, but real gardenia yields very little essential oil, so it makes it very rare, if not impossible to use in a quantity that you would need for a fragrance. So what Roja Dove has done with this gardenia is to create an illusion, a perfect recreation of the beloved bloom of gardenia. And when you first spray Roja's gardenia, it's like opening the door to a secret garden. There's a sense of luminosity, of creamy white florals. It's brightened by a whisper of bergamot in the opening that gives it an airy quality. Think of the moment when the sun has just set, the air is soft and filled with intoxicating floral scents. Well, you get that as we progress to the heart, which is where you have the white florals. And this is where Roja's genius truly seems to shine through. He doesn't just use one white flower. He masterfully blends several to create the gardenia experience with a very creamy core. And it puts you in the mind of the petals of a gardenia, and they're thick, almost waxy. It also includes a very harmonious blend of the jasmine, orange blossom, and mimosa. And it gives it that rich, intoxicating type of sweetness, and the orange blossom does contribute the honey quality that we're familiar with. It has a beautiful softness layered in, and the gardenia is not an old-fashioned or heavy, powdery type of smell at all. It's more like a luxurious veil of face powder, and the rose and the peach just gently whisper. It truly is a majestic fragrance. The Striax and the Elemi do contribute to the lasting power of the fragrance, along with adding that great depth and richness. You have creamy woods and musk. Beautiful fragrance. It's really for the woman who's looking for a classic beauty. 3 words for the fragrance would be intoxicating, feminine, and elegant. Thank you so much for joining me, and I would be so interested in hearing from you what Roja fragrances that you have enjoyed or what you're looking forward to trying. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I would love to interact with you in the comments below. It would be so wonderful if you could just hit the notification bell, and I'll make sure to bring you more fragrance content. It costs nothing to subscribe, like, and share, and to hit the notification bell, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you, and I will look forward to seeing you in my next fragrance video, my fragrance friends. Goodbye.